Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about she is just mad. DoorDash worker says she saved customer's life. She can't believe how customer repaid her. So regardless of how a lot of DoorDashers at times actually do go above the expectation of a lot of what DoorDash expects from their gig workers, in most cases you'll find that customers are not really all that appreciative. That's why you see a lot of no-tip customers on the platform. And this person is apparently went so far above and beyond to where she's saving the lives of customers, which I don't know what the validity of this is, but I do want to hear more about it. So with that said, we are talking about everything that is being said in this article, how it actually is with DoorDash, UberEats, and Grubhub drivers and customers, and everything in between. So with that said, let's get started.
So the DoorDash customer that I saved from literally overdosing and dying on her kitchen floor in front of her kids while holding her infant child, the one that I called 911 for yesterday and got her to the hospital before she died, called DoorDash support complaining that she never got her food.
Courtney at Courtney17XOXO said in a TikTok that has been viewed over 53,000 times. It was posted on Tuesday. The things you do for content, huh? I'm gonna leave her TikTok as well as her profile in the description so you can develop your own opinions on the subject. I am just shocked and appalled at a lot of things just from that alone. Number one, you're overdosing and dying on your kitchen floor and you have children, first off. This is why I say people need to be licensed to have children. Like, not everybody should be a parent, to be honest. I don't know what this DoorDash driver did, but to immediately try to pull a refund method after overdosing and apparently having your life saved, are you serious? Disgusting. You see, this is why you don't work with all customers. I would just love to know a little bit more about what's going on with this customer. Like, why did she take the order? I want to know the full story. She says when she arrived at the customer's home, the woman was nodding off at the door. It's unclear how things escalated from there to her lying on the kitchen floor, but Courtney says she called 911 and made sure the woman got to the hospital. Oh, okay, so she was just tired when she came to the door, but apparently you found her lying on the kitchen floor. I feel like there's something else there, because if somebody is tired at the front door, I'm not making assumptions to what the customer is doing. Like, I feel like there's got to be something more to it.
I literally handed it to her in her doorway as she was nodding off. And I don't know if she just doesn't remember or she's like getting revenge now on me because she probably now has CPS involved.
Okay, if CPS is involved, not gonna lie, good. Not everybody should be parents. Not everybody should be raising a child. That is not an environment to where children can thrive. Again, the foster homes aren't exactly a good place for children either. This is so much worse.
Oh, now I have to call DoorDash and pretty much tell them the situation, which I already had called them yesterday and talked to them what had happened. But now, pretty much to save my job, I have to try to figure this shit out. So right now, I'm headed to her house to see if she's home because this shit ain't flying.
Hey, honey. First off, never confront the customer directly. Number one, it's never gonna end well in any way. You can't expect the wrong people to do the right thing. She's not even a right parent. What makes you think she'd be right to help sort this out for you? And second, DoorDash actually doing their job, like, come on. They just take everything at the word of the customer, even if the customer is so deeply in the wrong, it's embarrassing. According to the DoorDash website, when a customer asserts and that an order wasn't delivered, it gets marked as a contract violation for the dasher. While a single contract violation will result in an account being deactivated, as Courtney said, multiple violations can lead to that. That exact number is not specified, leaving dashers to speculate among drivers and wonder whether they are close to losing that stream of income. It's really case by case, and honestly, DoorDash really needs a better system that's not AI driven, because honestly, I just hate the entire system, and what it's became now, it's even worse. However, DoorDash also notes that some customers make such reports fraudulently, and it allows drivers to appeal their case regardless of whether it's a first or final strike. Yeah, but that doesn't mean they're actually accepting the appeal and processing it properly. Like, it's all AI driven, or it's human driven, but they're doing whatever the AI is telling them anyway. A split reaction from viewers. Although viewers generally agreed that the customer should have been more grateful to Courtney if things went the way that she said they did, not everyone agreed with the way she was handling things. She's insane. She is just mad you ruined her high and got her in trouble, wrote Tiny Casper 13. ER nurse here, when we save them in the ER, they get pissed there too. At J Meg, whatever that name is, agreed. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't expect the wrong people to do the right thing, and I feel like that's the expectation you're going into this with, so that's why I'd be like, dude, no, just don't, when it comes to re-confronting the customer, because she's obviously not right in the head. You're better off just going through the company and fighting with the company that way. Going back to the House of Crazy is wild and unhinged, argued, they say, cliche. Like, what's the end goal when you get there? Y'all have a friendly conversation and hug it out? Cops would be called immediately for harassment. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's only gonna hurt you at the end of the day. I understand, take a deep breath, and as somebody who has literally fought with DoorDash and gets wildly frustrated with them too, I get it. You're not gonna get anywhere with the customer. They're not good people. Oh my god, you can't make that blank up, said KPO57. Thankless, terrible person. However, some viewers actually did accuse Courtney of making the story up, with one calling it another clout-chasing story. And yet, there is so many on the customer side as well, which has been proven more than once to happen. Can I absolutely imagine how somebody could get a contract violation for claiming the order never arrived? Yes. Could I also imagine somebody calling the police and seeing somebody on the floor for having an overdose? Yes. Can I also see that first type of person who is making that kind of order also pull a contract violation on them? Yes. That all is possible. Did it definitely happen? No. Right now it's her word against the world, but I feel like it's more possible than it's given credit for.
Joe, you say the same thing about customer stories. Isn't that a little bias of you?
Like I said, it's possible on both sides. Could it be fake? Possibly. Could it be real? Possibly. This one's a bit more 50-50 than that of a lot of the customer stories out there that clearly is just a refund method. And there's more upside for those getting the refund method too. On one hand, you have customers getting a refund method and they're actually just getting free meals and costing the drivers their career. On this side, she's just not getting a contract violation, which in a lot of cases doesn't cause deactivations, but in some cases actually do. So really, this is just a career protecting move. There's no other upside. This is my opinion. It's worth what you pay for it. None of you pay me. There you go. Let me readdress that latter point first. Is it 100% possible that this is fake? Yes. It is just her talking at a camera. There's no real screenshots or video or anything like that. It could very well just be that. But what if it's 100% real? You can't go fucking with people's orders like that simply because you just don't want to pay for your DoorDash meal. You are literally overdosing on the ground. She saved your life. I'll say this though. I don't think it's a matter of being thankless or being ungrateful that you saved her life. I think that's just who she is at the end of the day. You gotta think that being a crap person is not simply like CPS could have been involved. She knew that when she was starting to overdose and everything else. Everything that has happened until this point was the accumulation of her own decisions. And could she very well be taking it out on you? Very possible. Could she also be doing that because she's spending all her money on drugs and not having food for the kids, so they're trying to scam the system so that way she could do that? Again, all possible. Doesn't make it right. But you know what I don't agree with is her going up to the customer's place and actually confronting her. It's a very emotional decision. It's probably going to cost you more than it's worth. In my opinion, it is better to just deal with the company, number one, and go through the appeal system or whatever to have the violation removed. I've had violations removed that way. I've actually hit them up on the phone and have them remove the violation. That is all possible. You would have to fight over the phone for a bit, but it's okay. That's number one. Number two is actually diversifying your gig portfolio so you're not immediately charged the moment you see that. I get it. I am 100% hearing you when I hear a customer that pulls that crap. But if you lost DoorDash right now, what's your backup plan? What's your other apps? Are you on UberEats? Are you on Grubhub? Are you on other gig platforms? Are you getting catering orders from the many catering companies out there? What's your alternative? And then finally, what's your exit strategy? The reality is that the gig economy is really an income bridge to what would be a long-term goal, not the goal, which is all benefits that you can receive by joining the Driven Wyld Discord server. The Driven Wyld Discord community is exclusive for gig workers looking to expand their knowledge and expertise in their self-employment and entrepreneurial journeys. I've partnered with high-level professionals to bring you some of the most exclusive benefits based on your personal needs as a gig worker. Exclusive professional opportunities and gig postings. More live streams with high-level professionals in our industry. Educational systems designed to help you build your own dispatch company as well as other scalable opportunities. Our dispatching for beginners courses are kicking off. We had one on December 4th, and stay tuned for the next one because we're changing the game and transforming how businesses serve customers and how gig workers get opportunities to earn. So that way, whether you're a gig worker looking for more opportunities to earn or looking for an exit strategy because the gig economy is an income bridge to what would be a long-term goal and not the goal, and you would like something with more growth potential and scalability, there is something here for you. Check out the link in the description and get started with making the most amount of money in the least amount of time and in the safest possible way. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.